Yeah.
Seth said he was going to try to stop cussing.
I am trying because, and I do think that everyone should be on a podcast at least once so they can hear how stupid they sound.
Are you talking in regard to the clip that I made?
No,
hey,
myself.
I apologize for you having to be the brunt of that joke, but I'm here to tell you that shit is comedy.
Yeah, well, I'm glad
it's funny as fuck. It's freak.
It's freak. Well, I'm just saying like how you speak. Typically, I mean, we all get in our heads. We all like talk to ourselves and think like, yeah, this is what this person wants to hear. But a lot of times when you hear it back as an audience, you're like, this guy's BSing.
Yeah. No, yeah. I was sitting there thinking how often we talk to each other based off of what we think the person wants to hear. Like, that's what's so kind of great about what I do, because 80% of the time, honestly, I just listen. I'll just listen.
Yeah, I think that's why I've been dropped by counselors. I brought that up, which is true. But also, I think because when they ask me a question, I ask them a question.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, you want me to give you me. Well, let's see you.
Yeah.
And I will give you me. Like I'm telling you, like if give me a slice of you, I'll put a pound of flesh on there. You know, but don't ask me to divulge my secrets to you.
Well,
and then act like I'm not coming out with a little bit of skin, because.
Well, here's what comes to mind. What types of establishments have you seen a therapist in?
Number one, I've seen two actually, two different ones. One was a private organization. All my heroes. The other was, it's Triad Court. However you know.
Well, I guess my question is aimed at getting to, okay, because some people usually go to therapy for 3 reasons, is what I find. Mm-hmm. One,
because they have to,
is the court makes them,
or their wife makes them,
or they're trying to look good in court. Yeah. It's court relative.
Yeah.
The second one is they want to get their wife or their parents off of them, or their brother that owns the estate because they've been screwing up. It's to appease somebody. And the third reason is because they genuinely want to get some help.
How often do you see the third?
A lot.
Really?
That's why I asked you the question about where were you seeing these counselors whenever they were dropping you because you were coming back at them with a question.
Yeah.
I get that. Excellent defense mechanisms.
Mm-hmm. No, it's a good question. Honestly, I don't think it was because they were moving or leaving or anything, because they didn't. It was more or less, and I didn't move. It was just passed off to another counselor. I think it was more or less because we didn't jive.
Mm-hmm. Which is important.
You know, but I didn't hold any bad will towards that person or anything. Like I still stopped by and said, yo, what's up?
Yeah.
You know, like, hey, babe, like I know we don't fit, and I'm okay with that. Because I can't fit with a counselor that I would have intercourse with. Straight up.
That's a lot of insight on your part. I'm impressed to hear you say that.
What do you mean by that?
Having the insight to be like, yeah, I can't be talking to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Based off of like a sexual attraction. Not even like there's one already established, but one potentially. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I get that. I just think that's a lot of insight on your part, because it goes back to the thing. But I will say, knowing you the way I do, you have excellent defense mechanisms. And so I am not surprised to hear a counselor ask you a question. You're like, well, I don't know. You know, what do you think about that? You know?
Yeah. Well, welcome to our life.
Yeah. It's
it's like never a straight question. It's always like,
do you remember Shutter Island with Leah?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. You remember whenever he goes to, the storm has come in and he goes to that real is dope as hell. Maybe Civil War like fort.
The whole movie is done so beautifully.
Okay,
I mean,
well, my point is he goes there and there's those two doctors, Ben Kingsley and the other dude who's like the German, and he's asking the German, not Ben Kingsley, is asking Leo questions about himself, and every single thing that the German asks Leo has like rapid fire defense. He's like, and who raised you, Marshall? Is that me? Wolves. It's excellent. That's what he says. Excellent defense mechanisms. You misunderstand me. I'm not saying you're a violent man. I'm saying you're a man of violence. It's quite different. Quite different thing. Excellent movie.
yeah, I think you can get people. I mean, and that's the other thing too. People trick people. They trick them, and I don't trust people. Or you know, I'm not saying I don't trust people, but I'm not going to sit down in a room like this and talk to someone that I don't know isn't going to pull some bullshit punch.
I get it. I do.
So,
no, people talk to me. Some days they'll say things that I'm like, wow, I wouldn't have said that.
yeah.
Like I wouldn't have said that to someone like me. Like, you don't know me. And you always know the people that have been through the system before in some way because they know that whole suicidal ideation, homicidal ideation, tiptoe around that one.
What does that mean?
Like, talk about wanting to hurt yourself or hurt somebody.
I get it, but how do they tiptoe around it? Do you like bring it up? Is that like a part of the...
Someone will just, I don't know. It's people just can be vague when it suits them. It stands out when you're talking to someone who is not typically vague.
How would you know they're not vague though?
Because I'm used to talking to them.
Yeah.
They're very, very detail oriented. But
In another
topic.
Another
Another discussion.
Okay. Yeah, of course. Well, I mean, come on. You're playing the game. But if you're a good counselor, therapist, whatever, then you know exactly how to play that dance too. And you can say a lot without saying anything. And being like, all right, is that your answer?
My favorites are the ones that I can tell are so full of shit and they literally come in there to have somebody worry about them. I'll tell you a trend I've been seeing.
What?
Okay, I'm thinking about this one person in particular. And this person, I have to be real careful here. You can't bullshit a bullshitter.
Yeah.
You're aware of that.
Yeah, of course.
And it's like, you ever seen somebody just like play a sympathy card? And you know that's what they're doing. Even if they don't know that's what they're doing. You're like watching them do it. And you're just like, all right, I guess I'll offer my condolences. You know what I mean? It's really hard to tell you about it without like.
No, I'm hearing exactly what you're saying. I just don't know exactly how to answer it.
Well,
because you don't know how to
answer.
Well, no, I mean, you almost have to just sit there in silence and okay. I wouldn't offer any condolence.
Yep. Now, some people don't want to hear it.
I wouldn't offer a single condolence. I would just be silent.
Some people don't want to hear it.
Like,
In fact, it's really interesting you bring that up
because
that is one of the things that's actually taught in school is the use of silence.
Oh, God. You kidding me?
And I, for one, struggle with that because it was like, they would say like, ask a difficult question. First one to talk loses.
Yeah. Leo taught us that.
In what movie was that?
God. Yeah. And Wolf of Wall Street said,
the sales pitch. Absolutely.
One who talks loses. I think about that all the time. I'm in sales.
Yeah.
You know? I'm selling a couch.
Yeah.
So
that's interesting because
I'll drop the price, then I'll wait.
Yeah.
Don't say anything. Don't act like it's a lot of money. Don't act like it's crazy. Just be like, yeah, this is $1,500 for a couch. Nah, dude, that's totally typical. Where the fuck have you been?
Yeah, right.
You know,
When was the last time you brought furniture, bro?
20 years ago? Okay.
Yeah.
A lot's happened.
Yep.
It's gone up $50. And a lot of times I'm not bullshitting. I mean, but that's the thing. It's like I tell people all the time, you got to have a burn card. Like, give them a shred of truth that's visceral.
Like what?
It's got to be related to the subject. You can't just come out and just like, oh, yeah. You got to have something. But if it's related to the conversation, give them a really good sliver that they can handle that relates to their situation. You have to understand what they're going through, which we all do. You're sitting there talking, which the reason we do that is because people are like that. If they're going through something, they're doing the same thing. We don't hide things well. That's why stereotypes are there, because we don't hide things well. So you take those things and, you're like, yo, about that? Yeah, I've done that too.
I may not think, yeah.
Yeah, so when they ask you about the warranty, which is great, it's amazing. They'll come to your house. No, it is. Okay. Like, it's the best thing in the world.
Awesome. You're selling me on it? I can't tell if you're selling me on a couch. I don't need a couch, bro.
Here's what it comes down to, and this is what I tell people all the time. Like, you know what it is. You can. You know if something. You know how the system works. If you pay a little more money, we're going to treat you better.
Mm-hmm.
But I just promise you, if you pay us a little more money, we'll actually treat you better. Some people take your money and they don't. They act like there's a gold line, but there's really not. It's all the same.
I like that. Acknowledging that is like the way it works.
Yeah.
But hey, you pay us a little more money, we'll actually treat you better.
You'll get pushed. No, we're going to take care of all of our customers.
Mm-hmm.
But you believe in the American dream, number one. That's why tips are on everything you go to buy now. People were complaining about that, but I was like, I actually appreciate that. If you don't want to tip, don't tip.
Mm-hmm.
But don't give me this facade like you care.
That who cares? The person selling or the person buying?
No, the person buying in that moment. Like, some people want to have a conversation with you and then not pay you. No, ma'am.
Not in my bag, baby.
You don't do that. I mean, people don't care. They don't. I don't want to say they don't care. I'm just saying, but if you don't care about someone else's situation, why would they care about yours?
Mm-hmm.
It's a fair comment.
Well, to go back, what I find interesting is what we dug up a little bit just a second ago about the use of silence in sales.
Yeah.
Because I'm just sitting here and I haven't concluded anything yet, but I'm thinking about how similar what you do and what I do is certain days.
Oh, well, what it comes down to, do people like you?
That really is.
That's all at the end of the day. They have to have a couch. They got to buy a couch. I'd rather buy it from you because I like you, or because I like your tits, or because you're good at your job. Don't underestimate that. Like, ladies and fellas alone, or both. Like, it's not about how you look. If you do your job well, it doesn't matter like what job you're doing, but if you do it well, people notice and they want to support you.
Yeah.
Like, and they'll give me an opportunity to support you.
Mm-hmm. No, I can vouch for that.
So but you have to give them the opportunity, and you also have to give them that opportunity in a way that doesn't seem opportunistic, which is, I know that's
a good
crazy
point
to say, but it actually does, holds a little water.
Let me shift gears on you.
Please do.
Very valid point. What's going well for you right now?
What's going well for me? What's going well? What's going well? A lot of things are going well. Everything. My life is great. Like, some of I go back to that jail cell. I swear to God. Like, you remember when
Mic drop.
when the rents.
It's all uphill from here,
But
baby.
I'm serious. Do you remember when the rents kept me in jail through Christmas?
Damn, I do remember
I
that.
thought they were coming to get me.
What year
bro.
was that?
And Aunt Deborah wanted to get me out.
Of course she did.
Because it was embarrassing to the family. It wasn't just me. And that's what I was banking on, too.
Fuck him, but
I was like,
we got family members
I was
coming.
like,
They're going to
come
want to
on.
know where
all
Seth
the
is.
family's coming. Like, oh, where's your son tonight? She's like, he's in jail. Like, Mom was the first one to tell him.
Yes, she was.
He's in jail tonight. Everybody, if you're going to ask. And you and Taylor said, I'm like, oh.
Do you know what he did?
That sucks. No, your hearts were with me. You're like, oh my God, dude.
Yep.
Fuck.
Mom left Tay-Man in that jail in Surrey County. Almost 2 months.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
That means Donnie left his ass in there. Because Donnie was the one who kept me in there, I promise you.
Yeah. But no, you're right, man. You think back to the last time I was locked up, there wasn't even a toilet in the room. And there was no human being I saw outside of that window for over 24 hours. The only thing there was somebody had a shitty half broken all-purpose tool and cut some tile out in the bottom of the floor, a square, and it had looked like a pool filter cap that went there. And so pissing in that. But like, you're right. Think back on some of the bad nights, and that's where you cultivate gratitude, man.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's where we cultivate gratitude.
I made so many promises. To myself, and I remind myself of those all the time.
Do you?
Oh, God, yeah. God, yeah. Like, when I get really low, I'm like, what would that guy in the turtle suit with no underwear? Mm-hmm. All right, turtle suit, because I did mess up and make that suicide thing you spoke to earlier. I mean, I didn't. Yeah. I won't fall for that trick again.
Most people wouldn't.
I promise you.
Yep.
Like, and they were all so happy to throw me into that too.
To take care of you.
Oh my God. And that was so wrong.
To make sure you didn't hurt yourself.
That's so jacked up. People try to kill themselves to get out of that room.
Yeah.
That's the irony of it. I had a kid right beside me that was in solitary because that was what was so bad about my experience, is that the lady asked me, she said, do you have thoughts of killing yourself? I said, well, about now I did.
Yeah.
She said,
You see where I am, lady?
And I said, oh, well, I'm just joking. She said, too late.
Oh, no, she didn't.
Too late. No, and she said it with a too late. Like, couldn't wait to put my ass in that turtle shit.
That sucks.
So I do understand sometimes, like, y'all motherfuckers try to get it in too. I need to stop talking.
No, I get
stop cussing.
Amen.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, it definitely felt personal to me.
Yeah.
And that moment, because I was like, you know, I'm not suicidal.
Right.
You can look at and she, nope.
Yeah.
I was
Well,
like,
while
you
we're
got
on
me
that
right
topic.
now. You got me right now.
Yeah.
Like I see you again. I promise you.
And that's my point too. They had you right then.
Yeah,
and there.
they had me.
Because here's the way the law works. This is what I've learned.
Yeah.
So say I'm worried about you, about hurting yourself.
Worried about me.
I'm worried
glad to hear that.
This is worried that you're going to hurt yourself, or
What's
somebody
the turtle
else.
suit going to do for me?
Or somebody else.
And taking my underwear from me.
Oh, dude, they took your underwear. I just thought you were arrested without
No, dog. No, sir. They took everything from me. My clothes, everything. I tried to hide my underwear and like keep it. And I put it on under that scrapey Velcro turtle suit. And anybody who will watch this, who's been in jail, will know exactly what I'm talking about right now.
I'm trying to remember. Dude, I think that they always did take your underwear, didn't they?
Yeah, your butt.
It's been a while,
Yeah,
man.
You're naked. You're straight buck
My
ass
suits
naked.
were always 2 sizes too big.
They rip you. And this is a private institution, mind you. This is not something
It's not New Hanover County.
No. Well, it says New Hanover County on the door. but it's a private institution. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
Isn't that really interesting how that works?
It is.
So I wonder, like, can I just open a business and call it New Hanover County?
I should have gone to law school.
I think we can. Let's call this podcast New Hanover County. New Hanover County Podcast. 2. Boom.
Okay.
Let's do it. New
Stir
Hanover
a bloody
County.
hornet's nest
New
now,
Hanover
laddie.
County Podcast. Yeah.
Well, hold on, though. I want to say this.
Yeah.
Say I'm worried about you, just for example.
Okay. Let's hear it.
I'm worried you're going to hurt yourself or you're going to hurt somebody else.
Yes.
I have to go down, and anybody can do this. That's what a lot of people don't know. Anybody can have anybody committed. But to do that, you have to go down to the magistrate of the jurisdiction where that person resides. It's going to take you all day. You're going to go down to the magistrate. You're going to pitch your case. They're going to sign the form to come have your ass admitted.
Okay. Who are we talking about right now?
Anybody.
Okay.
I'm just saying anybody.
So
when it comes to suicidal ideation or homicidal ideation.
Okay. Oh, you're saying I could go up right now if I thought you were going to kill yourself.
Yep.
I could go up to the courthouse.
To the magistrate and pitch your case.
They could accept it or not accept it.
Right.
Based on.
I mean, but you could lie your ass off.
Understood. But they could. Okay.
Okay. Then from the time they sign 50, I can't believe I'm drawing a blank. It's a form. That's what it's called. And if from the time they sign that, police can arrest you to have you admitted. But if the person, like I'm going for you to the magistrate, if that person evades police for 24 hours, it's done. It's as if it never happened. So 24 hours. That's how long.
But you don't know when the clock starts is the problem.
No, I guess not. But for you, in that story, they had your ass. They didn't have to go find you.
Yeah. No. This is once I was being booked. No, I'd been pulled over I was being arrested.
Yeah.
I was being booked into county.
You had already been arrested. You were down at the county.
I was going in.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. At this point, it was about, may I please have my underwear? This is where we were. We were at scraps. We were not at liberty. We were far from there. And,
may I please?
And they took everything.
Did your suit fit you?
No.
My scrawny ass, mine was always 2 sizes too big.
They wrapped this thing up and it's got Velcro from here to there. They don't care.
Are you telling me that they put you in a straitjacket?
They put me in a green, they call it the turtle suit.
Yeah.
Okay? And if you treat your citizens like this,
Yeah.
I promise you're not going to have rehabilitated people.
No.
Like, it took a lot of work for me to, like, drop that.
That's
like,
for sure.
This is I got jailed for doing a drug, hurting no one. Mm-hmm. Like, I was doing a drug. Okay.
Well, you were hurting yourself and you're hurting your family that cared about you.
You're worried about me.
I get it. Yeah, right.
And you throw me in a cell.
Yeah.
And you take everything from me.
Act right. Get better.
And you put a lady.
What's wrong with you?
You put a lady in that process who tricks you into. Have you ever felt suicide? Are you feeling suicidal right now? Like, how many people
right now?
come back with in that juxtaposition?
Let's see. I'm dope sick. Y'all took my underwear.
Oh my God, my mom's gonna kill me.
Yeah.
Oh, my dad's gonna kill me.
It sounded not such like a bad idea.
You have been arrested in a lot of cases for some people the first time, and this is a big deal.
Yeah.
And you ask a question as a caring person.
Right.
And then once they say, but I'm not really suicidal. Nope. And
Too late.
And it changed. And the demeanor changes immediately.
Then the mask falls.
You understand, like, oh.
And here's the thing. Like, she really gave a fuck.
No.
That's the thing.
She was playing with me. Mm-hmm. I'm convinced. Like, I know I've had a lot of time to think about it. Believe me.
So you really think she was coming at you all compassionately and, hey, baby, you ever thought about hurting yourself?
Let me say this. I thought I was a cool cat the other night on film, and I watched myself, and I was like, I really don't like that person. So I may have been a person I wouldn't have liked if I saw that situation.
Oh, I'm sure. Camera. I mean, well, what time, and I'm not talking about for you.
Yeah.
I'm talking, how long ago are we talking?
This was Mojo's, so I was still living.
Oh wow!
Oh, this is wild. This Brandon,
I know. I'm just saying. I try to do that because I've noticed myself.
Yeah.
My past. I can't give you time frames, so I am constantly trying to work on it because there's like
2010.
Okay. 2010, 2012-ish, that was like the lowest point of my life. So like I'm right there with you.
Oh, we were together, Brandon.
I know.
We bought from the same guy.
Yes, we did.
we were in constant contact.
Yes, we were.
But what happened after that was the band I was in kicked me out, and they posted my mugshot on Facebook.
I remember that, dude. And I still think that was low down dirty.
Oh, it was so bad. It was so bad. But what happened? What actually happened was there was a person that was always associated with a band that I never liked, but doesn't matter.
He made it happen.
He was an instigator of it, and I had hurt those guys a lot, and I had hurt those guys. I had screwed those guys over. I was not fair to them, and they were mad in that moment. And he was sitting there like, you know what we should do? If you really want to get at them, we should post this. We should post this shit on Facebook. Blah blah blah. And it was like that was so low. And even now, the guys some of them weren't even associated with. They were in the room, but it didn't matter. But even now, they're like, that was just. We would have never done that. And ironically, that same person who posted that picture ended up screwing those people completely.
Is that right?
So if this guy can't even hold his face up now, I mean, like, no one wants him around. He is truly persona non grata around these parts. But when you...
Persona non grata.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Persona non grata.
Yeah, you got it. But
yeah, I did take from that whole situation a lot of humility.
Yeah.
And some could argue that was the, a lot of people ask like, well, is that when you changed? And I remember being in a jail cell with Jonathan Lanier's brother, his older brother. Me and him were in a jail cell together.
Wow.
And he had actually like gotten it to the point where we could room together. Now, this is after I'm out of solitary for a week because, mind you, it's over the holiday.
Yeah.
All right.
Everybody's gone.
Thanksgiving.
Nobody's moving your ass.
I missed. Listen.
That was fucked
November 19th, I got locked up. They didn't get me out till January 18th. All right? Think about that. So I'm thinking I'm getting out for Thanksgiving. Didn't happen. All up to Christmas, I'm thinking like, yeah, they ain't gonna miss the muscle.
Yeah, right. They've got to get me out.
Missed it. Got the holiday, whatever meat they were serving.
Yeah, dude.
Oh my God!
It's the
like
worst
even
part
thinking
of it all,
about
really.
it now, and so Lanier's brother asked me. He said, "Yo, you get out tomorrow. Are you gonna do it again?" I said, "I'm gonna get high as fuck."
Mm-hmm.
It's like, because I'm not done.
Yep.
I'm not done. And it didn't matter. Like, it just pissed me off even more. I was like, I'm not done. And the day I got out, I had thought about these pills I had hidden in this bookcase forever. Like, every day I'm in that jail cell, I'm thinking
Where
about
an hour would last every
pills.
bit of 60 goddamn minutes.
Oh my God, every second. And I'm like, oh man, but bro, when you get out, they got to let you out of here sometime. When you get out, no one knows where that is. That's page 98 on a book no one's opening. I got back to the house, Makanit's house, by the way, and her dad's house. And I looked in that book and I saw it. I was like, oh.
Yep.
Like it was the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen in my life. I took it. I took all of it. And I was faced in 10 minutes. And Makani looked at me. She said, you haven't been out of jail for 10 hours. And you're already fucked up. Like I saw something in her like break. Like she was like, and she was pregnant. Okay, she's pregnant, and I can't. The letters I wrote while I was in jail was like, all I'm gonna put in my arms is you and that baby.
Yeah, right.
Like just
Good
fucking writing books.
Yeah.
And no,
That's a good one. That had to have been like a real line out of one of those letters.
it was. I promise you, that was one of those like, you got nothing else to do, you know.
Yep.
For about the first week, I jacked off. I swear to God,
Yeah.
like that's all I could do. That's all I could do.
All the nerves are turning back on because you went through the sickness, boy.
Oh man,
Yeah, that was your rehab.
that was the terrible. It was the best time. Look, if you need, I maintain this. If you need to get off drugs, get locked up. It is going to be the easiest come down you'll ever have. There is zero chance of you getting drugs. You know it. You're locked up. It's done. It's not happening. It's not even an option.
Well, you were in solitary for the first week, but you didn't see any people use them once you got in general pop?
Hell no.
Really?
Yeah, the only way that I could have possibly gotten something was from this guy that had gotten shot in a gang fight. He was getting like 15 perks. But then they actually portioned that out to him, so he couldn't get them all at one time. Yeah. And then you'd have to have money on your commissary to buy it. And then he'd have to be able to like deal with you. And when you're in general public, people, or when you're in general population, jail, like no one knows you.
Yeah, right.
Like if I would have gone to prison, I would have built a life for myself.
Yeah, right.
I'm serious. Like when I would have gotten out of prison, I would have been good money wise. Like I would have had a system. Like make no mistake.
Yeah, no, jail's much different. Yeah. Jail's much more like purgatory.
Yeah.
Because like you're not really here, you're not really there.
You're nowhere.
And,
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, absolutely. But for anybody, like if you're looking at prison time or anything like that, and if it's about ratting on people that, honest to God, aren't going anywhere, you really need to think about it because...
Like in life, you mean?
Like in life, yeah. Like someone is going to live with you. Like we've grown up in this town. We've learned, sometimes the hard way, like people aren't going anywhere.
Some people are not.
You know, like you really need to think about that. And maybe going away for 5 years is the best thing that could ever happen to you.
It's a valid point, man.
Maybe. Because you get pulled out of the shit. You got no phone. You'll get a phone eventually because you'll smuggle something in there, but you'll make connects and people will start to respect you because you didn't flip. And when you get out, there will, maybe not immediately, but there is love for loyalty out there. And enough people have been through it to know, like, give me the guy who didn't talk all day, you know, for whatever job.
Right.
For whatever job.
Right.
It doesn't matter. So.
Well, nah, man, that was like some very, very authentic, genuine, and heavy stuff that you just shared. And here's what I know. Just for one thing, just like you growing up in this town and seeing the people that have dropped like flies, but also working in addiction medicine, you are a success story, period.
Really?
Fuck yeah.
Good.
What do you mean, really? Good. Yeah, man, you are a success story. Are you kidding?
Good.
You show up to a job every single day.
Yeah.
You have 2 kids that you show up for. They are in your life. They love you. You have a truck that has tires.
That's insured.
You have a bank account. Like, dude, you are a success story, brother.
Oh, good.
And so, like, whenever I feel like I need to say that because that holds weight. Like, anybody wants to, like, question that or talk shit off of anything you just said, I'd love to see you develop a healthy opioid habit. Fast forward to today to have the things that I just mentioned that you have.
Yeah.
It's definitely propelling forward.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we have problems.
Yeah.
But, like...
We all have problems for sure.
Mm-hmm. And I'm proud of you.
Yeah. I appreciate that. I'm proud of you. You know that. We've both been through it.
It's so interesting that the things that we get on up here talking.
Yeah.
It's so interesting because I hadn't thought about that in a long time. We missed you that Christmas.
No, it's I finally got my silver bell.
Yeah.
Seriously,
Yeah.
I'm not even joking. Like Graham uses it. Like it's like I remember like Neil found it out of just nowhere. I was like, because you remember you see the little fucking bell. And,
Oh yeah.
Anyway, I haven't sold it.
You haven't sold it. What? Are you telling me it's real silver, dog? What the fuck?
I did have it tested. I can't do it.
Oh,
I can't do it.
once again, success story. Success story right there, ladies and gentlemen. That man had it tested.
I did. You gotta know.
It's silver. What is it? 705? Is that the stamp you look for with silver? I don't know. I'm not a jury guy.
No, what you look for is not to be magnetized. That's the first thing.
Yeah.
If you put a magnet on it and it's magnetized, bro, that's not silver.
Yep.
Period.
Yep.
Doesn't matter. Count it out right there. And then from there, you go to different grades. But I assume I'm not a silver guy.
Oh, shit. So I've asked you before, but tell me a little bit about like what you got going on with your drumming, man. Because I'm still trying to wrap my head around it.
Yeah, I'm trying to wrap my head around it too.
It's a lot.
You know what's so interesting? I've had a couple guys reach out to me that have shown me pictures of them being close to the band. And
The band.
yeah, Rush. And not all of them, but a few of them have been found to be not true. And that's really disheartening. And it makes you it makes you just trust nothing, you know? And so any successes that you have, like, honest to God, I have no idea what I'm doing. Like, and no one else does either. Like, they're just looking at me. They're like, I'm glad. Hey, bro. Just like you were saying earlier, like, he used to do drugs.
Yeah.
Just let him do this.
Yeah.
He
Play
needs
those
to do
fucking
something.
drums, Seth.
Just do something. He needs to do something.
He's got a lot of pent-up aggression, this guy.
No, but honest to God, I from birth, nothing really excited me on drums like Rush did. Like, I would play it, I would do it, I'd act it, I'd do whatever.
I remember that.
Yeah, but really, honest to God, like, all I ever want to do is play. All I want to do is play drums.
5-gallon buckets.
That's it.
That's what I remember.
That's really it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but we were playing Korn then.
Still. 5-gallon buckets.
Yeah, that was still fun. God, dude.
Had a microphone strapped to a fucking vacuum cleaner. You remember that?
Man.
The damn.
No, dude, you had long hair. You were like, that was freak on a leash days, dude.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Corn.
Yes, dude, Korn's big now.
Corn's been big.
I know, but they went through a little bit of Jonathan Davis, man, bless his heart. He's been through a lot.
Yeah, he came out talking about what was that thing I saw? He came out talking about being a methamphetamine and sex addict.
Fuck off. Dude, come on. Who isn't? That has the money.
The sex addict?
Come on.
Or the methamphetamine?
Either.
Either one.
Yes. I mean,
well, but yeah, dude. God, you want to talk about a band that I really, and I don't even know why it would satisfy something in me, but there was, dude, I've seen them like 20 times and not trying to. You know what I'm saying? They're everywhere. Like every time I'd go to that Carolina Rebellion tour, they'd be playing.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, who's broke? Because why are you guys continuing? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I kind of think they should hang it up. But
oh, no.
at the same time,
They're probably doing the best shows they've ever done at this point.
yeah, you might be right about that.
I probably am right about that because they're probably the most polished, the most serious about the music. They finally have a formula. Dude, they got 20 good years. Good years. I'm talking strong years left in them, I think. They have a new drummer, you know.
Yeah.
That's what happens. So the drummers always burn out.
Yeah.
The first. And I'm not being, like, this is not talking to Rush. That is a different.
Yeah.
No one's talking about that. I'm talking like in bands, typically, the drummer is the first to burn out because it's just so much work.
Yeah.
There's a lot of work on the drummer physically. If if he's not really into it. If he's really into it, there's no amount of gear that matters. But for him to be halfway there, or heaven forbid a third, or just doing it for the check, that's the worst.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sitting here thinking about a bunch of different bands, and especially, and it depends on what kind of music you're playing too, right?
Yeah.
Because like if you're a Sublime cover band, or
they might be making some money.
Yeah, but I'm saying like that's not your set. You can't say that set is as physically demanding as say like Joey Jorgensen of Slipknot. Like that dude's set was demanding.
Okay, let me put it this way. Slipknot had 9 guys in it, or it has 9 guys, right?
It's something like that. Yeah,
whatever.
It's like a heavy metal orchestra.
Everybody's lifting weight. Like everybody's moving something. There is no one person. So everybody's working the same on that one. Joey Jorgensen, they play what, a 45-minute set? Hour max. Can't be that long. That's why metal bands always tour with other metal bands, because they don't play long.
That's true.
You know, so yeah, really fast. No one's taken away from that dexterity, but I would argue the drummer in the Sublime cover band is loading his own gear. He's playing a 3-hour set, making a fucking piss ant percent.
Yeah, fraction
that Joey Jorgensen was making. And and they've got to get in a van that sucks and go to the next place. And they've got to do all that. And not saying that Joey didn't deal with it when they were first starting out, but you know, of course, everybody does. But I'm just saying, like, it's a lot of work.
It is.
Either way,
I think about, like I, you know, people ask me sometimes, like, Seth playing with like anybody, they playing out. I'm like, dude, Seth is not loading up that kit to take it anywhere, and I don't blame him.
I would, and I have.
On the regular?
Well, if it excites me. Like, that's exactly the point I was saying. Like, if I'm really excited about it, like, you can't stop me. Because if I can put 100% into anything, that is a scary thing to me. Like, 100%, I've never had the opportunity to put 100% into something. And I think that's one of the worst problems about all of us, is that none of us have 100% to put in anything.
Not if you're like showing up for your responsibilities.
That's exactly my point. Our system isn't set up for that. They've almost made it to where they know we can't put 100% in anything. Therefore, everything is you know,
like showing up to do this tonight.
Yeah.
Like this is effort. It's dedication. And there's some kind of passion. Otherwise we wouldn't be here, because it's been a long work week.
No, I want to be here.
I do too.
So
that's why we're here.
Exactly.
I have no doubt that
because if we didn't want to be here, we wouldn't be here.
Exactly. Killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Getting to hang out with you.
Exactly. Right. But also, I do think that we have I think that you and I both share that gene. We have to attach an end goal to something. We have to attach, like, no, and this is why we're doing it. But maybe we don't need a reason to do anything.
All valid points.
Valid points.
What's going on? What would you say your goal is with what you've been doing on like Insta and with your videos?
What is my goal?
Because one thing is for sure, dude, nobody could say that, like, when you look at those videos, like, those things are something special. Like, there is talent embedded in that shit, for starters. You can see you're passionate about the music that you're playing along with. And there's talent on many different plateaus. There's talent on the kit, obviously. There's also talent in the production value. And there's talent in the audio.
Yeah.
It's
audio is tough.
Fucking fantastic. So, like, what are you trying to do?
Well, there's been a lot of people, not a lot of people, but there have been a couple of people that have watched this start, and they comment pretty regularly, and I am always so thankful for them. And there's like kind of a shared kindred spirit within them, because it's like when something's getting better, it's like, and you've seen it start from, oh my, I can't even watch those videos.
The old ones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like somebody just commented today, as a matter of fact, they're like, well, I've seen you do this video, and I guess, so I'll go with that choice because I've seen you do that. And he was completely right. And I was completely floored by the fact that he had seen that video. But I commented back, I was like, well, you won't see that video anywhere else. I was like, because I erased that disgrace.
Yeah.
Like, that was absolutely terrible. And
To your standards today.
to anyone's, it was awful. I got a lot of bad comments on that. And I remember at the time, I was like, it's not that bad. And I look back, I remember like I'd forgotten about that video, and I went back and looked at it. I was like, it is that bad.
What's
like,
the song?
Test Echo, like the actual, like the, it was so bad. It was so bad. It was so bad. And what I was saying and the way things looked and the way things sounded. And I was just like, this is awful. Like, it's awful. But now it's getting to a thing that I can actually watch. And to me, I'm like, that is the biggest thing. Like, if I can watch it, okay.
Yeah.
Like, that's amazing. Now, I'm still like pulling apart little things on it, and it's always getting better. But
a nuanced critique.
so what is the goal, right? I've had to come up with like a million goals because the main one probably won't happen, right? That's just where I'm.
Which is what?
I just wanted a chance. I don't want a guarantee. I don't want anything like that. I want a chance to play with the guys.
Yeah, dude, say that shit.
If the option's open, if it's not, okay. But if the option's not open, I want to work for them somehow. Like, I've been watching their entity for a while, and what I've seen is I see a lot of places where they're slacking, but I also know why that is. Like, when Neil died, so much of the heart died. I mean, it was just like, it was so depressing that no one, still to this day, Rush does not share drum covers done of their music, which is insane. Every band does that. Every band. Korn, Metallica, name them. If someone does a drum cover of their music, they share it to their story. That account gets overloaded with people. And whether they go anywhere or not, it doesn't matter. They still have a video that's done like 250,000K. Like, they had the chance. They gave them the chance. But all the social sites for Rush black out any musicians, especially drummers.
Okay.
Drummers won't even exist in the Rush social realm.
Okay.
And I understand to a very deep degree why that is. But on the other hand, Rush fans need to heal too.
Yeah, I love that.
We have to heal.
I love that.
And right now it's like this dark black vortex. And Neil even told you and told us he doesn't care. Like, bro, play next week. I don't care. And we all know what he meant. Like, he didn't really mean play next week. He meant like, I want you guys to be happy. You're my brothers.
Going. Yeah, like keep
You're
it going.
still living. Mm-hmm. Play.
Right.
I love you. Play. Do not stop playing for me. Like, I know he felt that way. So I've attacked it in such a way as to where, as if a Rush fan, like an honest to God Rush fan, like wanted to just, because it's not just the band, it's all the subsidiaries around them too. It's everything. It's fan tunes having new things to talk about. It's the stick company having a new drumstick to come out with. It's Rush is going on tour again. Who cares? You can call it the Rush is Over tour. It doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
Call it whatever. Ged and Alex are jamming. I'll go.
Yeah.
Put Todd Shuckerman back there. Like, I'll go. Like, as long as it's a cat that, like, makes sense. Now, the other thing is I really don't, there are no other drummers that make sense to me. Now, and I can't, obviously I'd be the worst person to ask this, but I've really fought against myself for this very comment. Like, we saw Danny Carey do it. He's a great drummer, but with those guys, he sounded like shit. And when he tried to play Anthem, it was a Tool version of Anthem. I respect it, but that's not what we're here for.
Mm-hmm.
Don't go up there and play with those guys and do some fucking off time. No, that's not what it is. And I get it. Danny Carey, you're your own thing.
So Danny went up and played with the guys? I didn't even know about that.
Yeah. Oh, dude, Alex Lifeson's a huge Tool fan. Lateralis. That's Test for Echo.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that was his little thing to Alex. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, dude. That's why I like, dude.
But you're saying that, like, and obviously you can understand why, because, you know, drummers, like, when they play, it's part of them. It's their essence, their character. It comes out in the music. And so whenever Danny stepped up to play whatever song it was that he was playing,
he didn't take it serious. There's no way he could have. And those guys, I'm sure they were just like very nice about it and very, we love Tool. We want to just, And Danny made sense, to be frank. I mean, Mike Portnoy made the most sense.
Dream Theater.
But he doesn't. He's not.
Did he show up too?
I think, and this is not out there, this is an opinion, okay? But this is actually like deep Rush fruit stuff right here, buddy. I think this is an absolute opinion. I have no idea if this is fact. I think Mike Portnoy reached out to Geddy too soon.
Okay.
After Neil died.
Okay.
And Geddy said, never going to happen.
Okay.
And that's honest. That's never been said straight up. That is not even like in the ether. No one even whispers it. And that's why I do give great reverence for the Rush community, because they can keep a secret. Like the Rush community can keep a secret.
Not even the band.
Not even the band. Like they can keep a secret. And so, anyway.
Who is Sean Malone?
I have no clue.
Okay. But yeah, man. I love a person that can straight up say what they want. Not only say what they want, but in the first place, know what they want. It's incredible how many people, if you ask them point blank, like, dude, what do you want? I want to be happy. I want money in the bank. I want to be comfortable. It's like, okay, but what does that look like for you? A lot of people can't even answer it. It's incredible.
Yeah.
So, like, they'll never get it, because if you can't even tell someone when they ask what you want, you'll never get whatever it is you want. Like, whatever it is.
Yeah, that's very fair.
And so, like, I love when I ask you, I'm like, what if, in your opinion, in a perfect world, woke up tomorrow and you were your definition of success with this drumming project of yours? Like, what would that look like?
It wouldn't be success with a drumming project. I've always known that the drumming was merely to help as a driver to whatever else we were doing.
Mm-hmm.
This is not like I'm playing Rush only.
Yeah.
I'm not doing something to make money.
Right.
Like that is not going to happen. Like, it doesn't matter how many advertising sharing things you do. What I've decided to do and just play Rush and Rush only when they are the least appreciative socially. I mean, and it's not even a competition. You know, if I were to play a Metallica song tomorrow, there's a damn good chance Lars would share to his in a heartbeat.
Mm-hmm.
And they wouldn't think about it. Like, so, but if Rush were to do that, if they were to share me to their story, think about what that would say to all the fans.
Yeah.
You know, that would say like, okay, we're endorsing this guy.
Right.
No,
Right.
we're not endorsing nobody. And that's fair. I get it. I do understand. I get that. But also we got to come out. We got to come out of that.
Yeah.
You know, because
like you said, heal.
Yeah, we
like
got to heal from
You got to
that.
get to a
Yeah,
place like
yeah.
where there's movement.
Yeah, because there is no replacing nil, and no one is trying.
And that's the thing.
Yeah.
And once that's acknowledged, once that is admitted, then we can go somewhere with that.
Yeah.
But like, so would it be safe to say that, like, you know, again, like in DreamWorks, like a perfect world, wake up tomorrow, if they were to post one of your videos.
Well, that wouldn't be waking up in a perfect world, number one.
Well,
in my perfect world, just to answer your question.
Yeah.
In my perfect world would be this: to get a secret email, or not secret, but just low down email from them saying, hey, we appreciate what you're doing, but it'll never happen. Thank you. Release me. Okay?
Yeah.
Or send me an email saying, hey, we're under the radar.
Yeah.
Let's jam.
Oh, shit.
You got nothing to lose.
That'd be bad.
Got nothing to lose. No one needs to know about it. We'll pay for your air flight. We'll give you a little money so your family can say, hey, it was worth it.
Yeah.
And we go up there, we just jam. I don't care about ever playing a live show with them. Like, in honest to God, I don't. I care about the band enough that I want to know, like, I'm a fan and it means something to me. And how they're acting socially, it will not transcend to the next generation. It will not. Like, there will be a couple songs that make it, but the true genius of that band will not be fully understood. And it would be a shame for that, because
it would be a shame. I know enough to know that.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I could do drum covers of Rush stuff for the next 7-10 years and still not do all their stuff. You know,
Damn.
and do it well and try, but just they have such a huge body of work, and it transcends so many different eras, and they're just one of those bands that have stayed right here. Like, if this is the main line, this is Rush right here, but they've stayed, like, dipping just kind of hitting the top. And the other thing is like they have these projects they're doing, and they have these social counts that quote unquote represent them, but they don't. And it's
Why not? What do you mean by that? First off, I want to say I appreciate the insight. Thanks for going into that, because what a great thought experiment. Like, wouldn't that be awesome?
Yeah.
You know? And here's the thing. I know, like you've already shared, there's a lot of factors at play. The whole, like you said, not going to happen, not because of anything you're doing, but it's just like, we're not there yet.
That's fine. Yeah.
But it's still, I don't know, it's a really cool thought. And me personally, I don't see any reason why, other than the stuff you've already shared, why that couldn't happen for you. I'm sitting here thinking about, have you come across throughout your project with what you're doing, have you come across anybody that you can say you feel like they are doing as good a job as you? Like, answer honestly. Like,
there's this one guy on YouTube.
Who is he?
I don't know.
Okay.
But good point. Look up Camera Eye.
Look up who?
Camera Eye. The Camera Eye drum cover. I swear to God, I think this guy is like a drummer for a big band or something, but he was just playing too good. Go down. Not that guy. Nope. Keep going. Yeah. Oh, it may be that one. Adam Johnson.
This guy right here?
Yep. Yep, that's him.
That's him.
Motherfucker. Yep, he's amazing.
But see, that was exactly what my question was. Like,
Yep.
I asked you point blank, like, have you seen in your travels doing what you're doing, have you seen anybody that, for lack of a better term, holds a candle to you? Because, man, like, you're undeniably good. And, like, what you're doing has got a lot of value. And so this is your answer. This guy is the guy that's on your radar.
He's not even on my radar as much. He's just good. He just did it right. I don't even, like, that's the thing. My timing as to when I'm doing this, I mean, he understands it. Like when you, yeah.
He gets it.
He gets it.
Well, it's incredible stuff. I mean, no doubt about that. And you do it very, very well. And I want your...
I don't know. When I was drunk, this sounded better. But, so check it out. This cat's got 9.5 thousand views, right? 3 years ago. 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
It took him 3 years to get under 10,000 views.
And that's where your hustle with the production value is going to come in, is what I mean.
Well, I don't even know if that's the case. Because, yeah, see, this guy.
Yours look better.
It doesn't matter.
Like, take away the sound quality.
You asked me
Yeah.
who's on my radar,
Exactly.
like that guy.
And this guy.
Yes,
Okay.
that guy.
Thanks for answering.
But still, when I watch him, I'm not excited. He's hitting it. He's doing it. But that looks to me like the first thing I think of is Lamb of God, which is what I shouldn't, but that's just what I think of when I see him. He's not really the Rush ethos. Not to say I am. I'm just saying, like, he nailed this. So there's really nothing else to say.
Yeah, but I know what you mean though. Like when I watch your stuff, like he looks like he's having a good time. And this is an outsider looking in. But dude, when I watch your stuff, like he does. He looks like he's enjoying himself. But when I watch you, you're in a time warp, man. Like you are not really in that room. Like you're somewhere else. And you see that. And you see that you're enjoying it. Even with all the work that I know it is.
Oh my God, dude.
And so, and that says something. I don't know quite what it says, but it does say
We might want to turn this
something.
down because YouTube will take it down for whatever fucking reason. But point being,
Dude,
that's why we're going to take it down, because YouTube may.
Yeah, dude. But I know, and that goes to what you were talking about when we were talking about like in the medical world, medical industry, electronic medical records. I was talking about as long as you're not using any identifiable factors of a person. I'm not using if I'm doing a note after a therapy session and I'm doing the note and I happen to use a program like an AI program like Chat GPT or something.
3 or 4?
3.5 is free. 4 costs money, and they just dropped another one 4.0. I'd say 4.0, but it doesn't look like a 0. It looks like a lowercase o.
Is it getting better?
Dude, it's incredible.
It's incredible.
I was sitting with
when I read that, I was like, who wrote this?
Dude.
Like, I was like,
like
what?
in a good way?
No, like, I was sincerely, like, curious. I was like,
yeah.
Hold on.
So
did they?
Let me
what?
Let me show you something real quick.
What the fuck?
Let me show you something real quick.
I saw this AI thing that summarizes the comments on my videos, and I read it and I was like, this is dangerous.
Yes.
This is dangerous.
Dude, it blows me away.
Well, not only that, it speaks to your heartstrings too. It actually, like, if you're the person who did the video and you have this thing that's surmising the comments, and it's this amazing, like, thing that wasn't necessarily said, but I guess you could loosely tie it to the comments in the video. I just read it and I felt so good, and I was like, ooh, this is dangerous. Dude, this is dangerous.
Brooke asked me, just to see what would happen, she asked me to let her speak, open up a document, and basically just speak the details of a house that she was selling. And we plugged it in there. Dude, the owners of the house said, I want to buy this house. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the people that were trying to sell it were like, damn, I want to buy that house.
Yeah.
You're right. It is. It's dangerous.
Yeah, it is. Well, they probably felt that way because it was boosting their ego up. You understand?
Yes, I do.
Like, it's their house they're selling. Oh, the looks of it. This is why it's so great, you know.
Damn it. I can't remember the password.
The password. And open the AI.
But but I do want to go back to what you said about how we have a computer to take out the need for the computer. Yeah. Like, whenever you go to see a doctor these days, like, they might glance at you, man, but like they're
so
on.
How are you feeling?
Yep, that's exactly right.
Okay, yeah, I understand. So, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, how's your prescriptions doing?
Yep, and that's it.
I see you tried to fill it early.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Are you doing all right?
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, you know, I mean, if you can't go one day without them.
Dude, don't tell me.
That's another thing. Like, what is going on?
I can't even get to the reset thing because
Brandon, help me with this.
What?
Where is the communication breakdown between the doctors and the pharmacy techs?
Dude.
Okay, and another thing is, all right, I go into the pharmacy, or let's just say I call them, okay? Hey, what's your name? Blah, blah, blah. What medication are you trying to fill? Okay. Let's just say Cialis, right? Just for whatever reason.
Right.
Then they have to yell that word. Oh, the Cialis 5 milligrams. Yes, we have that for you here. And then once you get there, it's not ready. Or half the script isn't there.
Right.
Or your doctor sent over something that's like, now, honestly, sometimes I think they're just trying to fuck with you. Like, oh, we just gave you half your script. Oh, that's, yeah, we gave you half your script.
Nah, dude.
The rest is coming in next week.
I wish I knew.
Like,
I wish I knew.
Tell me. I mean, in all honesty, or are we just all on drugs to where the pharmacy techs are like, yeah, they're all on it too. It's okay. Like, we are all on it.
What, Cialis?
Well,
I got to take that shit to get out of bed in the morning.
Really?
Absolutely.
For real?
No.
Oh, okay. I was thinking, like, because that shit gets my blood pressure pumping, boy.
Oh yeah.
Like, I'll take 2 of those and my face turns red.
Yes, sir. And that's the one that's
What is
better.
up with that?
Better for blood pressure. Cialis is the one that's better for blood pressure.
Okay.
Take a fucking Viagra.
Okay.
Your head pop off, man.
Well, as long as my dick is hard.
Yeah, right. Hey, if you happen to see the newest South Park, or like, it's definitely like one of the most recent. It's come out in the last month or so.
You mean Comedy Central? Have I happened to see
South
Comedy
Park.
Central?
It's on Amazon.
What?
South Park.
South Park's on Amazon now?
It's called.
So is Comedy Central like done?
I'm not sure, but
Or are these the old episodes?
no. This is brand new, dude. And I want to make sure I'm not lying to you.
Because
But there's an episode called "The End of Obesity." Have you seen it?
no. Oh, it's about the
Ozempic.
Ozempic, yeah.
Yeah,
So
dude.
what is the deal with that?
So Ozempic is a drug that was designed for people with diabetes, but it's got extraordinary weight loss.
Well, isn't that one of the biggest causes of diabetes?
Obesity.
Obesity.
Sure.
Yeah. So
And
you
like
target
diet.
one, you
But-
fix the other.
But you can't, they won't prescribe it for weight loss. They'll only prescribe it for obesity.
What?
For diabetes.
Oh, for diabetes, yeah. So you have to get to a point where you're about to die.
Unless you want to pay like $1,400 a shot.
Ah.
But dude, people are tripping out. Like, people are losing their minds
Really?
about this drug.
Really?
Yes, because it's like so good at making people shed the pounds
Ah.
that, in particular women, right? They want this. It looks like the crack epidemic or something. Like, people are tripping out.
So where's the alternative on the street?
That's the next thing.
Okay.
What people are doing is they're going to like Mexico or whatever and
Why
getting.
not just get a script of Addies?
What do you mean?
Like Adderall.
Oh, well, Adderall will suppress your appetite, but there's something about this drug. I don't know, to answer your question. I haven't taken it, but I do know this. People are getting them from Mexico or Canada now, and that shit's straight killing people.
Really?
I had a client a month ago. She told me that she got some off-market
Wow.
stuff. She took it. She vomited violently for 4 days.
bless her
Had
heart.
to go to the ER, man. But
How's she look?
like weight-wise,
Yeah.
she looks good. Like,
Worth it.
but I don't think it's from that.
I mean, throw
I
up
don't
for
know.
4 hours.
But
See how you look.
Right. Here is the kicker right here, though. I definitely want to make sure I mention this. And Mom validated this. She said that she actually found research on it. She had noticed it right from Jump Street, but later saw the data, the research, the literature, and that validated her. But Ozempic, you have to keep taking it. So it's a shot every week. You have to keep taking it, or it all comes right back. And when it comes back in places that it wasn't before.
Oh.
It's like disproportionate. Like the weight that comes back is disproportionate.
So now they're going to perfect it to know where it can go. Like, hey, we're going to take this weight. Plastic surgery's out.
Right.
Now we're going to take your belly and we're going to put it in your ass. Take this pill for 3 weeks. Boom.
Here.
Yo, for real. All they have to do is like perfect the markers in that
Yeah,
thing.
there it is. I'm right. It's The End of Obesity on Amazon right there. Dude, this is worth a watch. It is. I watched it this morning, actually.
I can't believe that. Dang, South Park's on Amazon now.
Yeah.
Have you seen Fallout?
This one right here?
Yeah.
Nah. Is it
Pretty
good?
Well, they only have one season done, which is really irritating.
Oh, have you watched the newest Jake Gyllenhaal series on Apple?
What is that?
Whoo, boy. It's called Presumed Innocent.
No.
Dude, it's
I'll have
good.
to
Well, I'm a
watch
big
that.
Gyllenhaal fan.
Yeah. Well, of course.
What do you mean, of course?
Gyllenhaal's a badass.
Yeah, he is. He's awesome.
Hey, let's talk about Roadhouse for a second.
Okay.
No. No.
Just no.
No. I love Connor. I really do. That was not the reason. Like,
Connor.
Conor McGregor.
Oh, yeah. The dude that was like his nemesis in it
Yeah.
or whatever.
I'm okay with all that. Like I even love that. I want to see him more. Okay, that's fine. That makes sense. He's going to be a star. I'm okay with it. But, and even Jake Gyllenhaal didn't irritate me. It was the fucking script. The script was so balls. It was just so terrible. It had no cohesive nature. Now, I understand one could argue that Roadhouse, the original, didn't have the hardest of plot lines. Fine. But it still made sense. And in that movie, they were able to make us care about different characters. I can't tell you. I don't give a shit about one of those characters, except for Jake and Connor.
In the new one.
In the new one. Because, of course, they insert some,
I thought it was as good as the original. I'm not a big...
What?
I'm not a big Roadhouse fan. I
Then
love
you
Swayze.
can't- Frankly, you can't speak on
I love
this.
Swayze.
Look,
Swayze.
don't ever say that again. The original Roadhouse, it was like, you can't even compare.
Is that how you felt about it when you watched it?
That's how I know about it.
You were like...
Like,
you were like, this is shit.
And I didn't look. I was on the side of them. Believe me, I wanted to like it. I did. I honest to God did. But it didn't. I know Dax was sitting there like talking high praise about it. He was probably getting paid. He had to have been getting paid because Andy was having Connor on his show. So I get that
Who's
too.
Dax?
Dax Shepard.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. He's got a podcast.
But that's it. It's good.
And you know what's interesting? Yeah, I
that
saw
out.
it. Do you know I do not like Dax, but I will find myself watching him and trying to like him. And when I watched that podcast we do with Courtney, it reminded me of Dax Shepard, how I was acting.
The last one that we did?
Yeah. And I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, a second ago you said that you did not like the person you saw in the video of the podcast.
Yeah.
What did you mean by that? Now, for context, we were also talking about, you said that when we were talking about going to jail for Christmas.
Yeah.
And basically turning over a new leaf and completely changing up.
I made the comment saying that everybody should be on a podcast at least once to see how they react or how they act in real life.
Yeah.
And when you do that, you get to see yourself as a viewer. And when you see yourself as a viewer, when you get irritated with yourself, you're like, wow, that is double hard to swallow. So, yeah.
Well, all in all, I think there at the end, that vodka started to take over.
Oh, not only that. No, I mean, look, I don't feel bad about it. I'm okay with it.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
'Cause that's what I thought you were
I love
saying.
the episode.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I saw things in my character that I wished I didn't see.
Gotcha.
So there you go.
That answers my question.
And all we can do is be better.
It's progress, not perfection.
There you go. Don't use that hashtag, by the way. I was looking at that hashtag. I was using it for a while.
What hashtag?
So if you use hashtag progress, not perfection,
Yeah.
it bunches you with a bunch of weight loss people, and you don't want that.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Well, that would go hand in hand with the Ozempic we were just talking about.
Yeah. Ozempic, yeah. I mean, I've heard about that, but
There's another one too. It's called like Manjaro or something.
my thing is like, here in 2 years, that drug is going to be flooded in the market and every kind of knockoff. I mean, they're just working out manufacturing right now. So once they get manufacturing straightened out because they realize the product is sellable, everybody will do it. And America's obesity problem is gone. Boom. Overnight.
We shall see.
We will know. Because I promise you. I'm telling you, man. Playing that right there, boy.
You mean like because they'll
Yeah.
take it off?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, my God. MTV Entertainment Studios?
Yeah.
Right.
It's like you and I are from the generation that remembers when MTV actually played music.
I know, but I loved it.
I got to piss.
Dude, I think we should stop.
All right. Well, then we will wrap it
Well,
up.
I'm just saying it's 9:23. Like,
You're right.
yeah.
Yeah. All right. Good times.